My first solo trip was when I was 17 years old. At 17, I had that impulse. I need an adventure. I need something to shake up the system. Like, it was a red pill, blue pill moment. I was like, something in my life needs to change now, or I'm going to keep going on the trajectory of which I've been going, and I don't like it. Not that I hated my life, but it just wasn't all that I could be. I felt like I was living someone else's life, or that my life was right over there, the life I'd be happy with, fulfilled with. Yeah, that it was just right there, but it was behind a door. And I was like, okay, well, I'm opening doors. I'm like, what is that door? Is it getting a bunch of scholarships to college? Is it applying to an Ivy League? Is it like, what is the door that's going to make me fulfilled? And then I tried this one, solo travel at 17, like I said. I begged my parents, please, 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 please. There's a trip I found to Iceland. It was a group trip, but like I would travel over there solo, and I would spend time in Reykjavik solo. And then once we get out into the wilderness, I'd meet up with a bunch of random people I'd never met before. So again, to me, that's a solo trip. And so, yeah, I do not even know to this day how my parents agreed. A lot of begging. I think I did do a PowerPoint presentation to my dad because he was a lot more strict at the time. And yeah, I think I asked my grandma for some help with the flight, like financing it. But I saved up all my money, blew all the savings I had, because something told me that this solo trip would change my life. Not necessarily in like, I'm gonna meet the love of my life, or I'm gonna like break my leg, or like just anything that dramatic, but I just knew it would shift the frequency. That's what solo travel is, a frequency shift, especially if you're a woman, especially if you're a Black woman. I feel like we have a lot of identities placed on us. We are at the intersection of a lot of identities. To break out of all of that as much as you can and say, who do I want to be? That's what you get to do on a solo trip. And again, that's what I did on my solo trip. So the long and short of it is that I went to this backpacking trip in Iceland completely unprepared. Like, it was bad, guys. Like, I share this story. I've done a few long threads about it. I should do a YouTube video about it, but this podcast is where I want to share it in its entirety first. When I landed in Reykjavik, I was so alarmed. And this is 2013, by the way. So none of those WoW Air flights were happening. Like, no one had, like, it was not a popular travel destination quite yet, but I knew it was really safe. And that's why I chose to go to it solo. Like, statistically, I looked it up, and Iceland was the #1 safest country in the world. And from Virginia to Iceland, I'm like, okay, it's not that far. Like, this makes sense. I should do it.